Hello, it's me, Robin, with Simple Food, Simple Life. Thanks for joining me today. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. Something I've never made before is fish cakes. Now, a lot of you know that I do make salmon patties. I enjoy them. I have videos on making salmon patties. But today, I'm going to deviate from that a bit and I'm going to make fish cakes. Now, what I have in the bowl is some bits of pollock, and I did a video a while back on my good bargain that I got 5 pounds of pollock, frozen pollock for $9.99, and so I'm going to incorporate some of that. The reason why this is more broken up is because I did an experiment. I made some fish nuggets just to try, and they came out pretty good. So at some point, I will make them for you and show them how I did it. They're really good. So today, it's just going to be fish cakes. I'm using the simplest of ingredients. There's the pieces of pollock. I have a can of sardines, and I know, don't go EU. Well, I guess you can if you want to. These particular sardines are Northern Catch sardines in spring water. I purchased them at Aldi for 95 cents. I don't need to extol the nutritional virtues of sardines for you. You can easily find them, and if you go to Northern Catch, they will tell you how good the sardines are for you. I realize that sardines can be a bit unpalatable for other people, but that's okay. I don't mind them. So we're going to add a can of those, and I've got an egg, I've got some parsley, and I found in my cabinet I had some pork rinds left. They're pork rind crumbs that I crumbled myself. It's easy to do if you've never done it. So I'm going to use that and the egg as my binder. Okay, these are my sardines. And yes, they smell like fish. So I'm going to use my immaculately clean hands, and I am going to crush these with my hands. All right, I had to resort to my blender because the pollock is fibrous. The sardines just dissolve, and that's not a big deal, but I had to resort to that. So here it is in the blender. I'm going to add the eggs in the blender, the egg in the blender. I'm also going to put a couple of tablespoons of butter in there as well. I decided that would be appropriate. And I think I will add, I've got 1/2 cup here of pork rinds crumbs, so I'm going to add those in the blender and just do it all in the blender. Okay, I've blended it all in. Now basically what we've kind of got here, we've got kind of a paste, don't we? Keep in mind, I've never made fish cakes before. So you were here when I'm doing this for the first time. Now, I've got some parsley here, so I'm going to put some of that in and mix it around with the spatula. I did put in a few grains of salt. I picked up some kosher salt at Dollar Tree. It's just $1.25. You get quite a large container of it. And it says on the ingredients, it says salt. I like it sometimes because it's kind of grainy, and I like to put it in or on food or in food. So mix this up. Now I'm going to put a little cover on this. I'm going to stick it in the refrigerator for a bit before I cook them up. Now I'm trying to decide whether to fry these in bacon fat or beef tallow, which I do have both. So now, if you try to make these, I suggest you put in them whatever you like. You can put onion, dehydrated onion, or whatever you want. I'm making these simple for a reason, because I just want to taste them as they are, see how good they are, and then I can expand from there when and if I make them again. So in the fridge it goes for maybe 20 minutes. Okay, just for the fun of it, I'm going to put in some of this everything bagel seasoning. This particular one is $1 at Dollar General. Just going to put a little bit. This is a half tablespoon measure. I'm going to kind of mix that up a little bit. Now this does have black sesame seeds in it, so it's going to show. That's going to show up. I did put the parsley in there, of course. So there we go. Now I'm warming up my bacon fat, and I'm going to start spooning the fish mixture into the bacon fat. Okay. I think, regardless of how these turn out, I think they're going to be tasty. That's just me. I think I'm going to do it like this. Use my hands to sort of, I'm portioning this out with a tablespoon, but I'm using my hands to kind of form them in little balls. I think I'm going to save some of this back to use to put in the air fryer, and you'll just see how these work out. Just so you know, I did put 2 tablespoons of soft butter in the fish mixture. And yes, it is popping. It's popping. That's okay. I'm used to it. Okay. Okay, the ones from the skillet are done. Now, word to the wise, the reason why there was so much popping and snapping going on in the grease is because of the sesame seeds. And this continued off and on throughout the cooking process. So when I do these again, I will leave out the sesame seeds, the everything bagel seasoning. And maybe just put it on the top if I want some later. So I want to show you what this looks like. It is dark. I knew that the fish would be dark because of the sardines. So otherwise it would have been more of a white fish with probably more of a golden color. But these are nicely crisp. I'm going to let them cool off. Now I had enough for 3 portions for the air fryer. I rolled them up into balls, put them in the air fryer. You might be able to hear it. It's still going. And when those are done, we will come back and I'll show you what those are like and we'll taste them. I did make up some sour cream with chopped dill pickles. I love, I'm not great big on tartar sauce, but I really like a dill sauce, and so I just have sour cream, so that's what I use. Sour cream, a little bit of parsley, and some salt. Okie doke. The ones from the air fryer are done. Now then, just so you know, same mixture in the air fryer, but the sesame seeds did not pop. The everything bagel did not pop, which that's really kind of what I expected. I put them in there at 400 degrees until they looked done or golden. Okay, so that's what the fish cakes look like. And of course, these are more like a ball type fish balls. Okay, now if I when I make them again, if I fry them, I will leave out the sesame seeds because the seeds pop and it's very messy, I'm telling you. And you can get popped by them, so I will leave them out. Putting them in the air fryer, they're perfectly fine. You can put them in or leave them out, but I think they're fine. Okay? All right. And truthfully, probably the next time I make them, I will just cook them in the air fryer and not use a skillet at all because I think actually they look more appetizing this way. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. What do you think? Which ones look the best to you? Now keep in mind, if you don't put the sardines in, you're going to get more of the white fish. Okay, and you can put in, from what I read, you could put in any type of fish or seafood, maybe scallops, or you could put in some crab meat, whatever you want. Now, I did make up the sauce here, so I'm going to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to taste one of these, and I'm going to taste it without the sauce. These are cooled off enough that I can taste them. Those actually look pretty good. Inside, they kind of remind me of salmon patties. So let's give it a taste. Well, I have to say, they are really good. You can't taste like a sardine flavor. The sardines kind of just melt away, but it's good because if you have an aversion to them, you can put them in your fish cakes and you don't even notice them. So they're really, really good. Okay. I'm going to take the other half here. I'll put a little bit of my sour cream and dill on the top. The only reason I put the chopped dill pickle on the top is so you could see that I do have dill pickle in there. Oh my. Those are even better. The dill, I don't know, there's just something about dill and fish that is really good together. That's delicious. It may not be the most beautiful, but it is delicious. So, now then, I'm going to take the fish cake done in the air fryer. I'm going to give that a taste. See if it has a different taste. Keep in mind, These were cooked in bacon fat. These were not. Okay? All right, let's give it a try. That's good. But truthfully, the flavor is not as good as what's cooked in the bacon fat, which makes me kind of think if I was going to cook them in the air fryer, maybe instead of adding butter to the fish mixture, I could put in bacon fat. Maybe that would make the difference. These are good. They are not as good as those fried in the bacon fat. Well, because, you know, bacon. Bacon is bacon. All right. The air fryer cakes are really good with the dill sauce. Dill sauce just makes fish really taste good. But truthfully, these are good. Aesthetically, they look better. But these in the bacon fat taste better. They all taste good. These taste better. I think regardless of whether you would put the everything bagel seasoning in them or not. These just taste better. So, but next time I cook some up and fry them up, I will not put the everything bagel seasoning in because it is volatile. All right. That's it for me today. Listen, would you please put in the comments and let me know what you think? Let me know if you've ever made fish cakes before. What you think about them. Would you add sardines to them? Do you eat sardines? Because they are good for us. They have a lot of good things in them. It's a lot packed in that mighty little fish. So, let me know what you think. And, you know, if this is abhorrent to you and you think it's the most disgusting thing you've ever seen, let me know. I won't be offended. Alrighty. That's it. I love you guys. You know I do. As always, you know that little is much when God is in it. Okay? All right. You can't beat the price of this dish. No, you cannot. Pretty cheap to make. So, all right. I love you. I hope you have a great day. And I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.